Danke fürs Wehwehchen. Dann schauen wir mal, wie es weitergeht. Ob wir jetzt schon Episode 2 starten oder nur ein zweites Kapitel in Episode 1. Mal schauen. Auf jeden Fall leveln wir erstmal ordentlich. Hallo. 4 Punkte. Nein, 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 stopp. Ich hatte nur, ja. Ich dachte, ich muss da was wegdrücken. Warte. Okay, wir können Schlösser knacken. Und wir gehen, glaube ich, noch auf... Wir fangen an mit Logik. So. Manuskript auswählen. Hier kannst du festlegen, was du während deines Abenteuers liest. Jedes Manuskript, das du liest, bringt dir am Ende des Kapitels Fertigkeitenpunkte. Okay, also wir haben die Wahl zwischen die Regeln der Höflichkeit und des anständigen Benehmens, eine Abhandlung über gute Manieren bestimmt für das Jesuitenkolleg von La Flèche. So. Hadrian, danke dir fürs Follow, mach's dir gemütlich. Und die Kunst, die Menschen aus ihren Gesichtszügen zu erkennen. Ein Verfahren, mit dem Personen anhand ihrer äußeren Erscheinung analysiert werden können, insbesondere anhand ihrer Gesichtsmerkmale. Ein Punkt Psychologie, ein Punkt Etikette. Ach komm, Etikette. Wir wollen erstmal Psychologie haben.
Son of a biscuit eater.
Your turn? The servants are not very efficient.
Durocher can't be far away. They'll find her soon. Their search time is restricted, given that they must keep an eye on Adams.
I can take care of her, you know.
Yes. Well, in any case, I do thank you for bringing her to the island.
From what I've understood, the search of Durocher's room hasn't turned up any results.
Not yet, no. But we've put her son in there. Perhaps he'll find something.
That might come in handy.
Louis grows impatient at not yet having met the famous Lord Mortimer.
He will meet him tomorrow.
Oh, what a pity to lose a knight at the start of the game. Are you waiting for someone?
A young French soldier.
During our game of chess?
Don't worry, Gregory. The game won't disappear. I'll have one of my men escort you back.
Don't trouble yourself. I know my way out.
Ah, good evening, gentlemen. Please forgive me for this late hour.
It is never too late, and we have much to discuss. One last move?
Don't worry. Our games always seem to end like this.
Or always start like this. Come, take a seat, my friend.
A little nighttime stroll, Mr. President?
There's nothing like it for a good night's sleep.
Do not hesitate to ask a servant to show you back.
The corridors seem quite safe.
Peppermint, lime flower, and valerian. My miracle remedy when one can't get to sleep. A very good night to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. And to you too, sir.
I'm coming!
Ich glaube, du kannst hier keiner Sau trauen. Du kannst, glaube ich, hier niemandem gerade über den Weg trauen. Die haben irgendwie alle so ihre... Alle so ihre Geheimnisse. Und Klumas, vielen, vielen Dank dir für 3 Monate. Ich danke dir. Dankeschön. Bist du gut in Geschichte und bist du bibelfest? Das werden wir sehen. Ich fürchte beides nicht so ganz.
Dear Monsieur de Richet, please excuse me, but I am unable to join you at present. However, rest assured that we are doing all we can to resolve the case that concerns us. By the way, enclosed, you will find a key that will enable you to retrieve the personal effects your mother left behind. Yours faithfully, Lord William Mortimer.
Okay, den Brief kennen wir ja schon. Ja, ich komme auch gleich zur Tür, aber ich gucke mich jetzt noch eben hier um. Nochmal Yzariael. Erdsternchen. Erdsternchen versetzen dich in den Zustand sensibilisiert. Du kannst vorübergehend die Immunitäten und Schwächen erkennen, die sich auf einen Dialog auswirken. Du kannst nicht mehr als 5 bei dir tragen. Okay.
The torture of Ixion, condemned by the gods to lose his mind because of his arrogance.
Immer mit der Ruhe mitten in der Nacht irgendwo klopfen und dann verlangen, dass jemand direkt öffnet. Oh, ich komme da gar nicht hin. Warte, da ist aber noch was.
A Chinese coin.
Chinesische Münze.
The incredulity of St. Thomas. Why is Caravaggio represented St. Thomas putting his finger in the wound? Thomas looks on but doesn't touch.
Finger in die Wunde legen. Ja, ich weiß, dass es klopft.
Last Judgment. Why do I always get the most terrifying room?
Ja, das sind schöne Bilder. Wundervolle Bilder. Nee, so möchte ich mein Zimmer wirklich nicht dekoriert haben. Oh, stimmt, jetzt können wir das Schloss hier knacken.
Golden Elixir.
Ah, nice. Goldelixier.
Inferno by Dante.
Achso, nee, das kennen wir.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Ja, doch. Stand die vorhin auch schon
There's
hier?
a circle around the lock here. Must be the trunk Mortimer was talking about. The key should open it. There's a note. Effects of Sœur de Richet to be given to her son, Louis. I should probably take it.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
Hä? Die persönlichen Gegenstände waren Bernsteinstücke und Yzariael? Das ist aber irgendwie ein bisschen merkwürdig.
Saturn devouring his son.
Achso, nee, die haben wir uns schon
Again?
angeschaut.
I saw the same theme in the hall. I wouldn't like to be his son.
Aber eine Sache würde ich jetzt gerne noch ausprobieren. Ah, okay. Ich kann den Brief leider jetzt nicht nochmal anwählen, nachdem wir das mit der Heimlichkeit können. Ich kann jetzt leider nicht doch nochmal sagen, ach komm, ich öffne den jetzt doch. Schade, das wäre schön gewesen. Weil ich ein Schloss geknackt habe, Marcellus. Das kostet Konzentration 1 Punkt.
Excuse me, am I bothering you?
Mitten in der Nacht? Oh, lass mich kurz überlegen.
No, not in the least. Is something wrong?
I'm going to need your help. Do you remember the young lady we spoke of in the hall?
Ja.
Elizabeth Adams. Home introduced her to us.
Yes. Well, she is the daughter of my friend, the Vice President, John Adams. But she is supposed to be dead.
Yeah, that's bizarre. Fair enough.
Good heavens! I was present at her funeral.
It is disturbing indeed.
Yes. I need to make sure it's her. That's where you come in. I want you to distract Elizabeth while I search her room. And perhaps get my hands on some important information. At least I hope so. Elizabeth is in the small salon. If you hurry, you can still catch her. I just need 10 minutes.
But if my vision is true, there are two men nearby discussing very important issues, and one of them looks much like Mortimer. Washington is very kind, but I came to this island for my mother, not for his ghost stories.
Ich glaube nicht, dass wir große Chancen haben, wenn wir unserer Vision auf den Grund zu gehen versuchen, da noch viele Informationen zu bekommen, weil die in einem geschlossenen Raum hier miteinander reden. Und wir da nicht einfach so reinkommen. Auf der anderen Seite kann es immer helfen, noch einen Verbündeten mit an Bord zu haben. Und er ist immerhin der Anführer des Goldenen Ordens in Amerika. Ich glaube, wir helfen George.
Count on me, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Keep Elizabeth downstairs as long as possible. She must not return to her room.
Trust me. According to Washington, Lady Adams is in the small salon. I better hurry.
Okay. Dry TK, guten Abend. Vielen, vielen Dank für den Raid. Guten Abend, ihr Lieben. Hey, Walstrax. Und Perodes, guten Abend. Hallo, Bloodcat. Und hallo, Schäfchen. Und Mau, guten Abend. Vielen, vielen Dank. Dankeschön für den Raid. Und für Elefanz, hello. Und Goldmitzer, guten Abend. I'm alive, guten Abend. Hallo, Worry. Und hey, Dry. Vielen, vielen Dank. Was habt ihr gemacht? Habt ihr wieder Stardew gespielt? Oder was habt ihr diesmal gemacht?
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi. Louis, you're straying from your objective.
Was? Oh, geht's hier nicht zum kleinen Salon? Oh Gott, ich dachte, hier geht's zum kleinen Salon. Anscheinend nicht. Und Paco, guten Abend. Die haben Dry geärgert, war's schon wieder? Hellsherrin, guten Abend. Wir sind gerade historisch, detektivisch unterwegs, könnte man sagen. So, wo geht's denn jetzt hier zum kleinen Salon? Da? Ja, anscheinend. Gehen wir da mal runter. Und immer schön gründlich umschauen. Aber irgendwer brüllt da hinten rum.
Blind Oedipus. Blinded himself. What a tragic destiny.
Ah, lass mich durch.
Fall of the Damned by Rubens. The man who cannot achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss.
Da geht's theoretisch nach draußen, aber... Nee, können wir nicht, aber hier können wir irgendwas...
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Ja, so kann man das auch formulieren. Haben wir hier noch was? Was haben wir hier? Ein Buch.
Lives of the Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch. A biography of the great men.
Nehmen wir mit. Können wir lernen. Goldelixier, was ist das? Oh, nee, Zeit zum Sitzen haben wir eigentlich gerade nicht. Also irgendwer rastet da drüben gerade echt aus. Sammelmünze. Nein, der Geistliche lauscht. Eure Eminenz, also wirklich.
My son. Oh, you are a godsend.
What's the matter, Your Eminence?
I believe Miss Adams may be in danger.
What do you mean?
Do you hear that? She is being manhandled in the small salon.
By whom?
I don't know exactly. A thug, a Frenchman, it seems. By the cut of his cloth, I'd say he's a member of the French Revolutionary Government. You should do something, my son.
Naja, wir können ja schlecht die Eminenz reinschicken, ne?
Shit. I was supposed to make sure Adams wouldn't go back to her room. Don't worry, Your Eminence. I'll take care of it. Probably nothing to worry about.
Do you want me to call for help?
Please don't do anything. I'm sure with a little goodwill, everything will work out fine. Don't go and wake up the whole manor, please.
Thank you, my son. May God watch over you. Who do you think you are?
Mehrere Wege. Es gibt mehr als nur einen Weg, um dein Ziel zu erreichen. Dementsprechend kann es sinnvoll sein, nicht sofort den ersten Weg zu nehmen, der sich dir zeigt, sondern weiterzusuchen.
Me, sir.
If we were in France, I'd have sent you to the guillotine for what you just said.
Please, just let me go back to my room.
Hey, you! Stay out of it! This is none of your business. I'm gonna teach this little slut how to behave.
What the hell's going on?
Huh? I don't think you know who I am.
Stop. I beg you. I didn't mean to. Don't hit me, please, sir.
Shit. If I step in, Adams might just run back to her room. And if I do nothing, yes, Washington will have enough time to search, but this girl's gonna suffer. Damn it, what should I do?
You filthy whore!
I apologize. Have mercy. Please have mercy.
Oh, wir sind unmoralisch.
I apologize. Nah, nah, nah. Mercy, have mercy. Nah, nah, nah.
Wer ist er?
Where's that smart mouth now? I'll teach you a little respect. Huh?
Ich will die Situation nicht verschlimmern, nein.
My mother told me often enough. Sometimes the end does justify the means.
I'd hoped I wouldn't have to apply that rule, but at least Washington will have enough time.
Ich kann nichts tun.
Talking's not gonna help anything.
Aber ich kann nichts tun, weil ich die Fähigkeiten dafür nicht habe. Jacques Perroux.
Well, did you get time to search the room?
Yes, I found out many things.
Good.
Did Elizabeth give you any trouble?
Elizabeth? No.
Well, you could have mentioned she was with a raving maniac, huh?
What do you mean?
She was with a Frenchman. He was about to beat her when I arrived.
What the devil are you talking about?
I thought he was gonna kill the poor girl.
Did you intervene?
I did what was necessary to give you enough time to search her room.
Good work, my friend. I knew that I could count on you.
So tell me, did you find any information?
Oh, yes. What I found is likely to upset you.
What do you mean by that?
Elizabeth is indeed the daughter of John Adams.
Why pass her off as dead?
I found her medical file. It appears that for many years, your mother was her personal doctor. From what I read, she behaved more like a butcher than a doctor.
What are you talking about?
Lass mir ihn mal erklären.
I'm not a child. What's going on here?
John believed that his daughter was possessed. He appealed to your mother to save her, but the treatment she inflicted on the poor child... My God.
Look, stop beating around the bush. What exactly did she do to her?
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
Nee.
My mother would never do something like that.
But she did. And with the blessing of the Order.
No, she wouldn't go that far. Prove it. Show me that file.
I left it in her room so as not to arouse suspicion.
My mother is not a monster.
I do not doubt that your mother meant well, but the techniques described in the file, it is pure torture.
Was für einen Grund hätte er uns anzulügen? Ich glaube, die Mutter würde schon relativ weit gehen, um ihre Ziele zu erreichen. Exorzismus ist schon eine Art Folter, ja. Aber warum unsere Mutter?
Please. I need some time alone.
I have seen some horrors in my time. But if what is written in these damned documents is true, be brave, my boy.
Hier wieder ins Bett. Nach so einem Abend sollen wir einfach wieder ins Bett gehen. Ach so. Sagt er nicht, der Zweck heiligt die Mittel? Das ist wahr. Okay, wir können da nicht nochmal rein.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Das sind nur die Namensschilder hier. Jetzt muss ich nur mein Zimmer wiederfinden.
Your Eminence, what are you doing here?
I was worried about you, my son. How did it go with Miss Adams?
Nicht so gut. Wie, ich kann nur der Zweck heiligt die Mittel sagen. Ach du großer Gott. Oh mein Gott.
It could have been worse. Let's say that Miss Adams will remember it for a couple of days.
What? Did you not intervene?
Of course not. What did you want me to do? That thug could have snapped me in half in 2 seconds.
So, you prefer to let that fragile young lady take a beating rather than risk getting slapped around a bit yourself? Mr. Derice, your mother would not have been proud of you.
Listen, next time it happens, join me instead of hiding behind the door. If you're gonna talk big, back it up.
You should be ashamed. I will pray for your soul, my son.
Ach, ja.
My son, I have another problem. I wanted to speak to you about something important. Do you still have my letter on you? The one I gave you in the hall?
Why do you ask?
I have a name to add to it.
Gut, dass wir den nicht aufgemacht haben.
Here it is.
Thank you, my son. Ah, I see that it's still sealed. I was right to put my trust in you, Louise. Give me 1 second, please. I can't imagine what would have happened if I hadn't added this name to the list. Please, be sure to give this letter to Sarah the moment you see her.
You can count on it.
Have a good night.
Ja, das ist mir schon klar, T. Das ist, ja. Aber normalerweise kann man ja mit seinen Fertigkeiten so wenigstens so 2, 3 Sachen auswählen zum Antworten. Aber ich sag's, wie es ist. Die Situation ist nicht optimal gelaufen.
I'm exhausted. I better go to bed. I'll search my room tomorrow. If Mother stayed here right before me, you never know. And Mortimer had better show up.
Ja gut, ich habe zugelassen, dass Lady Adams verprügelt wurde, ist klar. Ich hätte mehr über die Männer in meinen Visionen erfahren können. Gut, wir haben uns für Washington entschieden. Ich hätte mehr über die Pläne erfahren können, die mit mir zu tun haben. Ich hätte eine bemerkenswerte Begegnung haben können. Ja, ist ja gut, aber ich habe mich halt dafür entschieden, Washington zu helfen. Was soll ich tun? Das finde ich bei so Spielen immer so schwierig, wenn man dann so andere Sachen einfach nicht mitbekommt. Vier Punkte haben wir wieder. Machen wir die Logik voll. Oder wir setzen einen Punkt noch hier rein in Manipulation. Ja, komm. Einen Punkt packen wir in Manipulation. Und dann könnten wir auch noch einen Punkt in Etikette. Wobei, das lernen wir doch beim Lesen, wenn wir wollen auch. Ich mache erstmal die Logik voll. Hätte ich jetzt noch was zum Lesen auswählen müssen gerade?
Alright. In my vision yesterday, I saw that Mother had this room before me. I'd better search the room. Who knows? Maybe she left me something behind.
Okay. Jetzt. Jetzt könnte ich Enzyklopädie. 150 Akademiker und Gelehrte trugen zur Schaffung dieser ersten Sammlung des Menschenwissens bei. +1 in Wissenschaft, +1 in Sprachen, +1 in Belesenheit. Meine Güte, kann nicht ausgewählt werden. Finde alle, erst alle Teile finden. Parallelbiografien, eine Reihe von Biografien berühmter Männer, die zahlreiche Informationen zu ihrem Leben und dem Ursprung ihrer Größe bieten. Überzeugung oder die Etikette voll machen. Ich nehme tatsächlich mal das, weil dann haben wir Etikette auf Level 1. Okay, dann schauen wir uns hier mal noch ein bisschen gründlicher um. Die Bilder kennen wir ja. Was ist das hier?
Writing material. From what I see, no ink's ever been used on this quill. The smell reminds me of something.
Zitrone,
It smells like lemon. That's odd.
Nö. Das ist gar nicht so ungewöhnlich, dass die nach Zitrone riecht. Jetzt müssen wir nur noch irgendwo ein leeres Blatt Papier finden.
Nothing. I haven't even had time to unpack my cases.
Dear Monsieur de Richet.
Nee, das kennen wir. Sie muss uns doch irgendwas dagelassen haben.
Look, markings on the floor.
Hm.
Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
Das sieht... hallo? Was? Nee.
Oh, this bookcase is well stocked. Oh, this book has been put back the wrong way round. A Voyage Around the World. The travel log of the explorer Louis-Antoine de Bougainville. One of Mother's favorite books. What a coincidence. And I don't believe in coincidences. It's just too much. I don't know what's going on here, but if you felt threatened, I'll bet you'd leave a clue, wouldn't you, Mother? Found it. A faint sign of the order, barely visible. Mother, you undoubtedly must have hidden a clue in this book. Let's see if I can find anything else in this room.
Untersuchen wir das mal.
The paper's rougher around the writing. The paper's moist here. Very light stain, barely visible. And the smell reminds me of something.
Zitrone.
Come on, Louis, think. Think. Let's recap. My mother was in this room. I found a rare edition of her favorite book. She must have left something behind. She applied a liquid to the book. She must have used the writing materials. The quill has been used, but not with regular ink. A message using invisible ink. I bet she used a limit to leave a message. Now, how do I reveal the message?
Mit Feuer.
The message is illegible. I have to keep searching.
Wieso können wir das nicht? Wieso kann ich das nicht?
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here. Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly. Nothing here. I wouldn't mind a nice, strong coffee, though.
Hey, Sub-Zero. Weil wir dumm wie Brot sind? Nein, wir sind nicht dumm wie Brot. Wir haben nur kennen den Trick vielleicht einfach nur noch nicht.
Look. Markings on the floor. Just a bit worn out. I was hoping to find something leading to a secret passage.
Finden wir noch irgendwas, mit dem wir das irgendwie... Kann ich die Kerze mitnehmen? Den Wert der Kerze schätzen, überlegen, wofür man sie benutzen könnte. Ja.
Ah, secret writing. Many people use this method for their secret correspondences. Light the flame and the ink appears.
Entscheidung bereits getroffen. Kerze nehmen. Er guckt ein bisschen wahnsinnig, ne? Ist der keine Krümmelchen runter nach einem Tür? Ja, es sieht tatsächlich genauso aus, ne?
Son of a biscuit eater.
So lang schon, aber du bist gut, Yzariael.
Sub-Zero, vielen, vielen Dank. Danke dir für 33 und Schnapszahl. Dankeschön. Ich danke dir.
Aha! It's working! The heat reveals the message. Let's see what my mother wrote. Where all eyes size you up, you must pass by the Gorgon. Gorgon was the name of Medusa in Greek mythology. On the other hand, where all eyes size you up, I don't get it. And judging by the number of paintings in the manor, could be anywhere. After that, she adds, beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected soldier. And that's its weakness. What is my mother trying to tell me? If you've gone to so much trouble, You must not have only found something important, but
You must have also felt like you were in great danger. Now I'd better hurry and find that damn Medusa.
Sir, dinner is served in the red salon.
Typical.
I'm not hungry. Please give my apologies to all the guests.
Sir Holm requests your presence, sir.
well, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait before going and looking for my Medusa.
Tell him I'll be there in a minute.
Dieses total genervte, weil er mit runter muss. Jetzt mal gucken, ob wir hier draußen nochmal jemanden sehen vielleicht. Na, hallo. Aber bevor wir das machen... nee, so ging das, ne? Füllen wir erstmal hier ein bisschen auf. Dann haben wir das Inventar nämlich auch wieder leer.
This room looks unoccupied. Den roten Salon müssen wir, warte mal. Können wir das Buch hier wegräumen? Nee. Bleibt also schön offen liegen. Alright, schlaf schon, gute Nacht.
If I get a chance, I may have to take a little tour through the rooms of the other guests.
Wenn ich die Gelegenheit habe, okay. Ja, die sind jetzt alle beim Frühstück, ne? Also theoretisch. Ich darf aber nicht. Achso, da kehrt einer.
It might be better to take a different stairway.
Na gut, nehmen wir eine andere Treppe. Als ob jemand unser Zimmer durchsucht. Bestimmt nicht, aber wir haben als ersten Plan, die anderen Zimmer zu durchstöbern.
That must be the door to the room of the soldier I saw in my vision.
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Brechen wir jetzt bei Bonaparte ein? Ja, tun wir.
The Prince by Machiavelli. A perfect read for anyone with a surfeit of ambition. That might come in handy.
Immunität erkannt, Politik. Ja gut, dass man den damit nicht reinreiten kann, denke ich mir.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it gives you a real boost.
Quasi
My
Drogen.
dearest son, I'm writing to implore you to act quickly. The situation is rapidly worsening here. Paoli continues to steer our motherland, Corsica, toward open warfare between France and England. His men are everywhere. We are obliged to go into hiding and are unable to remain in the same place for more than 2 days. I wouldn't be surprised if they targeted us soon. Make haste, my son. You hold our destiny in your hands. Your loving mother, Maria Letizia Bonaparte.
War Eagle, guten Abend.
A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
Hat er das Türschild nicht gelesen? Natürlich.
It's a beautiful weapon. Lovely damask blade. It's marked with the initials of the manufacturer in Versailles.
Überzeugung, Immunität, okay.
The Battle of Alexander at Issus, or how Alexander the Great triumphed over King Darius. Yet another one with delusions of grandeur. A pound.
Münze.
Hannibal crossing the Alps. Another military success. Why do I get nothing but visions of horror in my room? And he gets victory after victory?
Ich halte das nicht für einen Zufall. Das Bild können wir uns nicht anschauen. Das auch nicht.
A ruble.
Raus können wir hier an der Terrasse nicht. Okay, aber auch nur das. Oh, warte. Da liegt ein Stück Bernstein.
Amber crystals. French actor Talma is Nero in Britannicus, the last emperor of the Caesar dynasty.
Möglich war die. Also ich halte das für möglich.
My dear Napoleon, as previously agreed, I would like to ask you to join us in January on my island to participate in the High Society meeting organized for the occasion. We shall be able to continue our discussion about our project for a new order for France. I have a proposition to make to you concerning your wish to put a strong leader at the head of France. I trust you to be discreet as to your coming. See you soon. Lord William Mortimer.
Mhm. Und viel Spaß im Lux Sub-Zero.
Vercingetorix throws down his arms at the feet of Julius Caesar by Royer, two great army chiefs.
Das hier ist das Zimmer von gestern. Das Schachspiel. So, ich hoffe, wir haben nichts übersehen. Und werden auch beim Rausgehen nicht erwischt. Sehr gut. Das lief doch wie am Schnürchen.
Sir Jacques Perreux?
Da dürfen wir nicht rein. Halbkreisschlüssel. Okay, was auch immer das für ein Schlüssel ist. So, bevor wir runtergehen, würde ich aber gern wissen, ob wir noch in die anderen Zimmer rein können. Wie viel Essen hier überall einfach so rumsteht.
Monsieur Johann van Wulner.
Dürfen wir auch nicht. Durften wir nur bei Bonaparte rein?
That's the door to Elizabeth's room.
For God's sakes, what happened in here?
Ich will ja nichts sagen, aber vielleicht war das mit dem Besessensein ja gar keine so doofe Idee. Holy shit.
My dear Elizabeth, I'm writing to inform you of some unfortunate news. We won't be able to meet as planned on the first Sunday of May. I've been told that you're no better, and, unfortunately, your brothers and I are absolutely snowed under by the work required to govern this new country. Please excuse us. As soon as we can get free, even if it's just for a day, I promise we shall come and see you. Your loving father, John Adams. P.S. Don't hold it against your mother. She still isn't ready. Please don't judge her. I'm sure you'll be able to put all of this behind you one day.
Mhm. Was macht ihr in meinem Zuhause? Oh Gott, was ist denn hier passiert? Hier sieht aus, als hätte eine Bombe eingeschlagen.
A Greek drachma, one of the rare ancient coins to be mentioned both in the Bible and in the Quran. A novel of the initiation of a young woman into polite society.
Immunität, Psychologie.
August 24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I am driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you. I'm not even sure you'll receive my letters. Father controls my correspondence more and more. I am certain he filters our exchanges. Thankfully, one of the chambermaids is able to help me get my letters to you. But they still remain unanswered. I often think about you and pray every day to be able to hold you tight. We have so much time to make up. I beg you, answer me, please. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. That horrible woman came again yesterday. She spent a long time speaking with Father. I didn't understand everything because they spoke in French, but I'm sure they were talking about you.
Ja, Jessa mache ich sofort. Okay. Heißt, der Vater hat sie aber auch schön unter seinen Fittichen gehalten. Und nicht mal die Briefe der Schwester zu ihr durchgelassen. Oder sie zumindest nicht darauf antworten lassen. Das aber nochmal.
August 24th, 1792. Elizabeth, I am driven to despair and doubt there is any point in writing to you. I'm not... June 11th, 1791. My dear Elizabeth, your last letter gave me much cause for concern. Your words were so cold, as if emotions no longer matter to you. Father maintains that the secondary effects of your treatment still trouble you, but that they will soon subside. Should I believe him? I cling to the belief that we shall soon see each other again, at long last. Write soon. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. Don't forget to tell me what present you want.
Mhm. Ob sie das selber hier war oder ob unsere Mutter deswegen hier auf der Insel war. Fünf Kreiseschlüssel.
30 November, 1791. My dear sister, the cancellation of our reunion hit me like a stab to the heart. Father told me it was for your well-being, but I can't help but blame him. He claims that your condition has worsened and that it could be dangerous for both of us if we met. If only I knew where you were, believe me, I'd be at your side. I haven't received any news from you in a long time. Please write. Your loving sister, Abigail. P.S. I hope you like the enclosed talisman.
Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals.
Können wir nicht was verzehren? Ich weiß nicht, ob ich das für eine gute Idee halte. Untersuchen wäre mir gerade lieber. Aber ich will wissen, was das ist. Aber das ist schon ziemlich gefährlich. Untersuche hier erstmal fertig.
A chest with a half-circle pattern.
Habe ich.
Son of a biscuit eater.
Hab gehört, die Kristalle wollen verzehrt werden, Salik, und damit moin moin.
Hey Naga. Danke dir für 34. Vielen, vielen Dank und guten Abend. Ja, gucken wir gleich mal. Gratulation, du hast 4 Bernsteinstücke eingesammelt. Deine maximale Konzentration steigt um 1 Punkt.
An untutored hand copied these notes. Looks like a healing method. Well, that's a pity. The writing is barely legible.
Schade. Können wir beides nicht. Nehmen wir sie erstmal mit. Mysteriöse Notiz. Den kennen wir auch schon. Was mache ich denn jetzt mit diesen Kristallen? Was passiert denn, wenn ich jetzt tot umfalle, wenn ich so einen nehme? Oder irgendeinen Drogentrip hab?
Looks like I found a box containing some kind of white crystals. Well, let's see what it tastes like. Ugh. I really need to stop tasting everything I find now.
Nein. Chef, du hast gerade eine Immunität festgestellt. Ein Konzentrationspunkt kann nicht mehr verwendet werden. Nimm Goldelixier, um dich zu heilen. Ja, wir haben eh das Maximum. Also nicht so schlimm. Los, noch eins. Nein. Ich war jetzt schon der Chef. Das reicht. Aber ich wüsste wirklich gern, was hier abgegangen ist, ne?
President George Washington.
Let no one disturb me. I'm busy.
Too bad. I'll see him later.
Ja, Gott sei Dank haben wir bei ihm geklopft und ich habe die Tür aufgeschlossen. Wieso muss er eigentlich nicht zum Frühstück? Warum werden wir zum Frühstück gezwungen und er darf hier oben rumchillen? Boah, wehe, der Kaffee ist nicht gut, ne?
Monseigneur, His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Dürfen wir nicht rein.
Huh, that's me.
Und damit sind wir durch. Okay, dann müssen wir jetzt nur noch zu der Treppe, mit der wir ins Erdgeschoss kommen. Hat es da gerade geblinkt? Habe ich da was übersehen?
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
So, hier ist sie. Ja gut, hätte mich auch gewundert, wenn wir da rein dürfen, weil da kehrt gerade gegenüber einer. Sind 3 Schlafstellen. Gute Nacht dir.
Excuse me, Monsieur de Richet? I really need to talk to you.
Is this about last night?
No, that was just a misunderstanding. I'm sure it was a little bit my fault, too.
There's no excuse for that man's horrible behavior. You ought to tell Sir Home.
Look, the only thing that I care about is that I've lost something precious. I'm not worried about Jacques Peru.
I'm sorry. I should have stopped him from beating you.
What's done is done. It was my fault, not yours.
Don't say that. It's never the victim's fault. Look at your eye.
My eye's nothing. Last night, I found out that your mother was on the island. What are you doing here?
Excuse me, but speaking frankly, why would you care?
I know your mother very well.
Really?
Yes, I have been in your mother's care ever since I was born.
She nursed you.
Oh, I wouldn't say nursed. No. I remember her stare, cold as ice. Her sadistic hands pressing over my mouth to silence me while I screamed in pain. I remember her knees, too. She held me down with them while she cut and burned scars into me.
Hold on a minute. What do you mean?
You can ask her when you see her.
Huh, she's getting more and more agitated.
And next you're gonna tell me my mother's also responsible for that scar on your head?
My heart stopped twice during the operation. I lost my memory for 6 months. You obviously have no idea of the abuse your mother inflicted on me.
Wait. There must be some kind of mistake.
My only mistake was ever meeting your mother.
She's able to describe every detail without hesitation or getting flustered. It's becoming difficult not to believe the poor girl.
Look, I've got to go.
Wait. I need to know more about you and my mother. Why did she put you through all of that? There must be some reason for what she did.
What's the point of rubbing salt in the wounds?
Damit sie sich dir anvertrauen kann, sanftes Vorgehen versuchen, sie nicht drängen. Wir versuchen es mal sanft.
You're right. I don't want this conversation to turn into an interrogation. You've suffered enough already. I respect your silence.
Please excuse me.
Well, thank you. I know your little game. You're no different from the rest of them. You couldn't give a damn about me.
War das ein
The only
Fehler?
thing you're interested in is finding out about your mother.
Don't say that. Not everyone wants to use you. Some people care about you, don't they?
Ihre Mutter und ihr Vater, ihre Schwester. Ihre Schwester wäre gut, glaube ich.
Haven't you got a sister?
Yes.
I'm sure she loves you with all her heart.
She's the only one who cares about me. I would have put an end to it all by now if it weren't for her. Since you insist, I'll tell you how I met your mother.
Thanks for trusting me.
Oh.
You see, before I was born, my mother often suffered from hallucinations and fits of anger. Soon people could barely recognize her. She became a completely different person. So my father spent an enormous amount of money paying for the best doctors, but none of them were able to cure her. The last resort was to call a priest.
So, is that what your father did?
No. He went to an expert in the occult.
Ah, my mother.
Her reputation already extended beyond our borders. My mother's fits stopped at my birth, and Sarah de Richet concluded that the evil had passed into me. Not only did it encourage her to stay, but she took the opportunity to advise my father to separate me from the rest of my family. That's how I was declared stillborn. My fate was decided that very day.
It would coincide with my mother's frequent trips to America.
I had my first fit when I was 3. That's when your mother began her experiments to rid me of the evil inside.
I understand how you feel, but I know my mother. I'm sure she had her reasons, even if it seems difficult to believe.
Everything she put me through was all for nothing. My whole life was ruined for nothing.
So what brings you here then?
My father used to know Sir Holm. He offered to introduce me to the world's leading authority in the occult.
Lord Mortimer.
He was my last hope. Until I found out he had also invited your mother.
It's got to be a coincidence. I don't believe for a second she's come here for you.
You can't change my mind about this, Louis. My days are numbered, and I know it.
Jetzt ist die Frage, von was für Anfällen reden wir hier? Geht es hier um Schizophrenie oder um Epilepsie? Irgendwie sowas muss das ja sein. Oschi, guten Abend dir. Und hey Hope. So, ich würde gerne einmal kurz, bevor wir da reingehen, jetzt nochmal in die Notizen spinksen, weil wir haben ja noch einiges. Ah, guck mal. 4 Charaktere fehlen uns noch. Die beiden haben wir gelesen. Hier, George Washington. George Washington gehört zu den Gründungsvätern der Vereinigten Staaten von Amerika und ist zugleich ihr erster Präsident. Washingtons Leben verlief zwischen militärischen Ehren und politischem Erfolg. Sarah de Richet führte ihn in die höheren Kreise einer einflussreichen französischen Geheimgesellschaft ein, des Goldenen Ordens. Später übernahm er den Vorsitz der amerikanischen Abteilung. Der Politik überdrüssig wollte er sich auf sein Anwesen in Virginia zurückziehen, aber da hatte er die Rechnung ohne Lord Mortimer gemacht. Dieser ermutigte ihn zum Weitermachen, sodass Washington ein zweites Mal kandidierte und auch gewann. Washington, den Lord Mortimer auf seine Insel eingeladen hat, zieht es vor, an solchen gesellschaftlichen Treffen inkognito teilzunehmen. Alle Diener von Lord Mortimer tragen eine Maske. Dies ist ein wiederkehrendes Thema in den Gesprächen der Gäste untereinander, aber niemand kennt den wirklichen Grund für diese Maskenpflicht. Ihn kennen wir schon. Da ist er. Napoleon Bonaparte ist ein junger Leutnant der französischen Armee. In früher Jugend musste er bereits seine korsische Heimat verlassen und kultivierte eine wachsende Abneigung gegen den Adel, den Klerus und das französische Volk, die ihn seiner Ansicht nach nicht wirklich akzeptieren. Er schloss sich der französischen Armee an, um sich zu beweisen, sich einen Namen zu machen und in die Geschichte eingehen zu können. Auf der Suche nach jedweder Art von Finanzierung gewann er Sympathien und die Unterstützung von Lord Mortimer. Dessen Einladung zum Empfang auf der Insel nahm er gerne an und möchte der ganzen Welt seine Wichtigkeit beweisen. Sir Gregory Home. Sir Gregory Home, Baron von Nottingham, ist ein äußerst einflussreicher britischer Adelsmann. Als überzeugter Royalist widmet er seine Karriere dem Ausbau des Einflusses des Vereinigten Königreichs auf der ganzen Welt, von der florierenden East India Company bis zu den spanischen Handelsposten in Amerika. Die wichtigsten Entscheidungen der größten Wirtschaftsmacht der Welt tragen seine Handschrift. In England selbst trieb er den Abbau der Inlandsschulden voran und widmete sich als rigoroser Vertreter von Familienwerten auch der Arbeiterklasse, indem er Armenschulen aufbaute und jeden Menschen eine Ausbildung zu ermöglichen, die laut ihm die künftigen Triebfedern der nächsten industriellen Revolution sein würden. Sir Gregory Home ist ein gewiefter Kontakteknüpfer und freut sich immer über die Gesellschaftstreffen, die sein alter Freund Lord Mortimer veranstaltet. Er sieht halt mega creepy aus. Jacques Perroux. Jacques Perroux ist einer der Gründer des Revolutionstribunals in Paris. Während der Terrorherrschaft entwickelte er sich schnell zu einer der fragwürdigsten Personen in Paris. Er nahm am Sturm auf die Bastille teil und war auch tatkräftig an der Verhaftung von Ludwig XVI. Beteiligt, dem damals amtierenden König Frankreichs. Er gehörte zu den Gründern des Revolutionstribunals. Ist er nun ein Mann des Gesetzes oder ein Folterknecht? Niemand traut sich darauf zu antworten. Dafür hat dieser Richter zu viele Verhandlungen geführt, in denen er Widersacher und Verräter der Revolution auf die Guillotine schickte. Perrault unterbricht seine revolutionären Aktivitäten, wenn Lord Mortimer, sein Förderer, ihn zu seinen gesellschaftlichen Treffen einlädt. Elizabeth Adams. Elizabeth Adams ist die Tochter von John Adams, dem Vizepräsidenten der USA. Elizabeth wurde bereits nach ihrer Geburt von ihren Eltern abgelehnt und offiziell als Totgeburt eingestuft. Sie wuchs isoliert auf und entwickelte sich zu einer labilen jungen Frau mit einer bipolaren Störung, die stark unter schrecklichen Angstzuständen litt. Ihre tiefsten Geheimnisse zehrten sie von innen auf. Trotz zahlreicher Behandlungsversuche konnte sie nicht geheilt werden und verfiel immer mehr dem Wahnsinn. John Adams, seines Zeichens befreundet mit Sir Gregory Home und Lord Mortimer, schickte seine Tochter schließlich zu Lord Mortimer, in der Hoffnung, dass er ihr zu helfen vermochte. Ohne große Zuversicht hält sich Elizabeth nun seit kurzem auf dem Anwesen auf. Da sind wir ja schon echt an eine interessante Versammlung von Charakteren geraten, ne? Hier gibt's nichts Neues für uns. Dann würde ich sagen, wird's Zeit fürs Frühstück.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Perroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Better that way.
No.
Huh. Peru looks totally out of place here.
He's counting the 10 sets of cutlery around each plate? The man is completely lost.
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Not at all. Go ahead.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Southern, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
It's the first time I've ever seen her so moved. Just mentioning that orphanage broke right through Emily's hard shell.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
Oh, dear.
My lord, I only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to know you a little better?
You are Monsieur...
Louis Moras de Richet.
De Richet. De Richet. A name with a nobiliary particle. Are you descended from a noble line?
Please, go ahead.
The presence of a particle does not necessarily mean a person belongs to the nobility, nor does it prevent the observance of the rules of etiquette, Monsieur von Volner.
That's right. Sierra can do wonders.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
Not really, no. And right he was too.
He's certainly well connected and in high places.
And you, sir?
Surprising. No one appears to know him.
No one knows me, and yet here I am.
Please, go ahead.
Quite so.
What do you want to know?
Monsieur de Richet? It would seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please? Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis.
I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
Remarkable.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of course.
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
Yes, in a way.
Where did you find it?
Not really,
Oh Gott, was antworte ich denn jetzt da?
Surely such an amount will buy twice as many cannons. Don't try to pull a fast one on me. We're both young, but we are not naive.
Please don't be offended. I just wanted to make sure you knew what you were talking about. And I am reassured. I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Manipulation können wir ja jetzt.
I think what France is lacking today is a truly strong leader ready to govern her. Someone who will restore her luster, who will propel her forward so once again she becomes a proud nation respected by all. A man capable of both rebuilding the country from the inside and, at the same time, developing exterior relations. Someone with a vision, I think. The right person still remains to be found.
You're right, my friend. I hear your words and I agree. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Reflections on the Revolution in France.
Monsieur Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please. I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is eminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington. Right.
Warum geht
we
das so
shall meet
schnell?
again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Da ist man gerade so in das Gespräch vertieft und hört zu und dann kommt plötzlich diese ganz schnelle Hinweissuche. Ist ja furchtbar. Ah. Und Little Fox, guten Abend. Und Deno, die auch einen guten Abend. Aber zumindest haben wir anscheinend alles in dieser Episode geschafft, was man in dieser Episode schaffen konnte. Nachricht von der Mutter im Buch gefunden, gesamte Nachricht gelesen. Elizabeth Adams dazu gebracht, mit mir über ihre Mutter zu sprechen. Gäste beim Diner getroffen. Napoleon bewiesen, dass ich ein würdiger Nachfolger meiner Mutter bin. Habe Elizabeth Adams Zimmer durchsucht, habe Napoleons Zimmer durchsucht. Das ist schon mal nicht schlecht, ne?
Thank you very much, brother.
Dankeschön an Anonym. Vielen, vielen Dank fürs Vergiften von Little Fox. Und Little Fox, willkommen bei den Flauschefüchsen. Viel Spaß mit den Emotes. Dankeschön an Anonym. Aber ich finde das super spannend, wie sehr das auf die gewählten Fertigkeiten und so ankommt. Was für Informationen man bekommt und was man genau untersuchen kann und so weiter und so fort. Wow, 2 Level. 8 Punkte verfügbar. Okay, mal überlegen. Okkultismus wäre vielleicht gar nicht verkehrt, weil wir vorhin einige Sachen hatten, wofür man Okkultismus brauchte zum Untersuchen. Etikette haben wir schon auf Stufe 1 erstmal. Aber es ist so krass, theoretisch braucht man ja sogar für jeden Charakter halt verschiedene Fertigkeiten, ne? Weil eben kam ja zum Beispiel hier dieser Wöllner war ja anfällig für Ablenkung. Dann war Bonaparte, war ja, glaube ich, immun gegen Überzeugung. Und von ihm wissen wir auch, dass er immun gegen Politik ist. Das ist schon krass, was man hier alles braucht. Was nehmen wir denn da? Oh, schwierig. Schwierig. Also ich glaube, wir werden Okkultismus erstmal auf Stufe 1 bringen. Und überzeugen auf Stufe 1. Dann haben wir die beiden Sachen, die wir nämlich schon mal nutzen können. Von den anderen Bereichen. Psychologie haben wir schon auf Stufe 2 und Logik haben wir schon auf Stufe 2. Wir haben noch 4 Punkte. Befragung oder Aufmerksamkeit. Ich glaube, ich würde die Aufmerksamkeit noch erhöhen. Und einen Punkt in Befragung setzen.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Okay, und unsere nächste Lektüre. Ein Briefroman, der sich mit dem Eintreten einer jungen Dame in die Adelsgesellschaft des 18. Jahrhunderts befasst, mit Etikett. Betrachtungen über die Französische Revolution, eine äußerst wichtige Analyse der Französischen Revolution, in deren Wurzeln und Entwicklung perfekt erkennt. Das hatten wir, die Parallele. Was gab es dafür? Überzeugung. Manipulation, der Fürst. Ein politischer Essay, bestimmt für den Florentiner Adel, berüchtigt für seine zynische Perspektive auf die Ausübung der Macht. Die haben wir noch nicht komplett. Ich glaube, ich würde tatsächlich mal Politik nehmen. Okay. Finde den Ort, den deine Mutter beschrieben hat. Ihn hier haben wir neu freigeschaltet, ne? Johann Christoph von Wöllner. Johann Christoph von Wöllner ist der preußische Minister für geistliche Angelegenheiten. Als enger Berater von Friedrich Wilhelm II., König von Preußen, lenkt er die Geschicke des Landes. Der Freimaurer und frühere Pastor hatte alle Zeit der Welt, den König auf seine Linie zu bringen. Zusammen eröffneten sie eine eigene Loge, die unter dem Einfluss der Rosenkreuzer steht. Er ist nicht nur ein leidenschaftlicher Anhänger von okkulten Wissenschaften und Alchemie, sondern führt auch einen regelrechten Religionskrieg in seinem Land und kämpft verbittert gegen die Aufklärung. Von Wöllner, der mit Sir Gregory Home befreundet ist, glaubt an spirituelle Alchemie, in der die menschliche Seele als Materia prima erachtet wird. Okay. Immunität, Überzeugung und Politik, ja. Bei ihm ist es noch unbekannt. Die Situation mit ihm fand ich tatsächlich eben ganz witzig, als er da so überfordert vor den Tellern und dem Besteck saß. Hier wegen Schwäche-Etikett. Schwäche, Psychologie, Immunität, Logik. Achso, nee, warte. Inventar, Karte. Ah, guck mal. Fahren, nüchtern. Nimm während eines Kapitels keine Konsummittel ein. Oh. Entscheidungsfreudig, ausgelaugt. Ach ja. Ah ne, wir haben mal wieder was hergestellt jetzt nach dem Frühstück. Okay. So. Wir müssen den Ort finden, an dem alle Augen auf uns gerichtet sind. An welchem Ort sind alle Augen auf jemanden gerichtet? Ich gucke mich hier erstmal ein bisschen um. Dann können wir nochmal reden. Auf einer Bühne, ja, so eine Überlegung hatte ich auch, aber...
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, this sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
Machen wir uns Sorgen? Ja gut, wir können ja, es ist unsere Mutter, wir können ja sagen, dass wir uns möglicherweise so langsam Sorgen machen.
Well, I must admit, Your Eminence, indeed it does worry me.
I understand, Louis, but continue to have faith in Sarah. You'll see, I'm sure, that in a few days we'll all be laughing together.
That's all I hope for, Your Eminence. But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Well, go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
Suche nach Medusa, wo dich alle Augen mustern. Sagt ihm das was? Er gehört auch zum Orden, aber ich traue hier keinem. Ich traue hier keinem, das ist das Problem. Ah, komm, er hat uns auch mit dem Brief vertraut.
If I said to you, where all eyes size you up, would it mean anything to you?
I don't know if it's the place you're looking for, Louis, but it makes me think of the portrait gallery.
There's a gallery here? Can you tell me where to find it, please?
Of course. Just go through the door at the end. It will lead into the library. Continue all the way through, and you'll end up in the gallery. You'll see it, Louis. When you get there, you'll know.
Thank you very much, Your Eminence. On that last word, then, I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Er spricht von Völlerei und guckt aber nur das Obst an. Direkt daneben steht Kuchen. Also wenn schon Völlerei, dann sucht ihr auch den richtigen Tisch aus, mein Guter. Ja, ich trinke gleich nochmal was. Aber ich will mich kurz hier in dem Raum noch umschauen. Was hat es eigentlich mit diesen Schmetterlingen überall auf sich?
Romney painted Lady Hamilton as Circe. Discourse on the Method by Descartes. This book changed the way I looked at the world. Circe preparing wine. What better trap for Ulysses? The Conversion of Ulysses by Gurs. Circe changing Ulysses' companions into swines.
Und da sind noch mehr von den Schweinchen. Ich weiß nicht, ob das die Tür ist, durch die wir müssen, oder auf der anderen Seite.
Circe turning Ulysses' companions back into humans. Ulysses and Circe at the table. If I were you, Ulysses, I wouldn't drink the wine. A swine in a salon? That's an odd choice of decor.
Mhm. Nicht sehr appetitlich. Oh, wir können nicht ans Klavier.
Dining on ham. Well, that's very appetizing.
Oh, warte.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Haben wir den Schlüssel? Nein. Aber wir haben hier vorne ja noch in die Ecke was. Snake, schlaf schön. Mal hier gucken, vielleicht finden wir hier dann den Schlüssel noch. Sonst müssen wir leider Gottes nochmal ein Schloss knacken. Da müssen wir das Schloss
Amber
knacken.
crystals.
Okay. Mit okkultem Erdsymbol. Okay, ist der falsche Schlüssel. Hier können wir auch durch. Sven, schlaf schön. Inventar voll. Was machen die Erdsternchen nochmal? Offenbart vorübergehend die Immunitäten und Schwächen, die sich auf einen Dialog auswirken.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it. The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
2 Minuten hat man dann, okay. Keiner gesehen?
All right. I've retrieved everything.
Ah, schön. Wir sind voll. Ich würde mal sagen, wir haben die Bibliothek gefunden. Holy moly, Alter. Was? Oh mein Gott. Alchemie. Was steht da drüben? Ah, das da drüben kann ich nicht. Warte. Ich kann das geradeaus da nicht lesen. Mathematik. Naturwissenschaften. Origine Fidelis, was heißt das? Ab Origine Fidelis. Und ad... Oh, ich kann es nicht vernünftig lesen. Guten Morgen, Miss X. Wahnsinn. Alchemie. Was? Natura Homin. Menschliche Natur wahrscheinlich. Oh nein. Ach so, warte mal. Können wir einnehmen und uns dann mitnehmen. So. Wahrnehmung könnte sein. Wahnsinn. So eine Bibliothek würde ich ja mal gerne in echt sehen.
A few pages out of an old encyclopedia.
Da ist noch mehr Alchemie, Natur des Menschen. Da. Ad perpetuam rei gloriam. Literaria Instruktion. Ja, wenn man jetzt richtig gut Latein könnte, wüsste man noch, was da alles steht, ne?
Where all eyes size you up. Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of. And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
Oha. Das ist mal ein pompöser Raum.
Liberty or Death by Regnault. Well, I'll take liberty, please. But I do understand his choice, even though it seems radical. Ah, painting by Ingres. Molière dining with Louis XIV. The king's posture is surprising. It's almost as if he's addressing someone in the assembly.
Das da oben kann ich nicht angucken? Nein, das da oben kann ich nicht angucken.
Allegory regarding the decoration of the rights of men. That's the least you could say.
Das kann ich anscheinend auch nicht betrachten.
Celia. That name means nothing to me.
Oha. Ich mag diese überlebensgroßen Gemälde, irre beeindruckend. Ich weiß nicht, ich konnte mit dieser Art Malerei nie so richtig viel anfangen, tatsächlich. Aber ja, in der Größe sowas zu sehen, ist natürlich beeindruckend, ja.
Christ Crucified by Velázquez. Look, someone's left a note there. Reserved for the Duke of Alcudia.
Ach so, wird hier mit gefälschter Kunst gehandelt, ist das so? Ja, viele von den Bildern hat man natürlich schon mal gesehen.
The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near, his brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything. Ah, François Ier, Receiving the Holy Family, a painting by Raphael. Amber.
Amber.
The Fall of Phaeton, another painting by Rubens. Poor Phaeton, struck by lightning for borrowing his father's chariot and losing control of it. Moral, don't steal Dad's chariot.
Man darf mit Nachbildungen handeln, solange der Käufer weiß, dass es eine Nachbildung ist. Ich hoffe, die wissen das dann hier auch. Da dürfen wir auch gar nicht lang. Okay, oh, guck mal, da liegt noch mehr Bernstein.
Amber Crystals. The Company by Rembrandt.
Witzig, dass ich die meisten dieser Bilder, wenn aus dem Deutschunterricht von früher kenne.
A meeting between Louis XIV and Philippe V. I wonder why Mortimer's particularly fond of this painting. A Byzant from the Byzantine Empire, a coin often used during the St. Louis era.
Bin ich voll? Gegenstand, ja. Können wir nicht einsetzen. Dementsprechend auch nicht mitnehmen.
The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his disciples. A painting with no name.
Okay, ja, muss ja auch mal sein. Da ist die Medusa. Die gucken wir uns zum Schluss an.
Devil's Thorn. I'll keep it.
Inventar voll. Damn it. Aber die Gemälde hier können wir uns ansonsten, glaube ich, nicht groß anschauen. Schon wieder da das gleiche Bild.
I've got to find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern. And the last one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
Löse das Medusa-Rätsel. Oha, ein richtiges Rätsel haben wir hier auch. Dann überlegen wir mal. Was ist das?
The Origin of Myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need. The text is in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa.
Tja, wir müssen wohl den französischen Text lesen.
Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
Während mancher Held seinen Blick von der Medusa abwendete, richtete der Held mit dem Schwert seine Waffe wagemutig auf die Gorgone. Naja, aber er schaut ja nicht wirklich zu ihr, hält ja den Schild hoch. Der mit Laterne muss also weggucken.
Now, Louis, it's time to keep a logical mind, as every good scientist should. The aim is to defeat the Medusa, so what can the lantern be for? To light up the Medusa? Hardly likely. The hero holding the lantern will be easy prey, and the shield will be of no use. To light up the sword? No, that makes no sense. So that leaves the shield.
Zum Blenden.
I wonder if the aim is to play with the light. If I turn the shield right, the light would be reflected. The ray of light will perturb the Medusa and focus her attention on the best protected hero.
Aber
Pretty
dafür
smart. But it also means I have to make sure I get the shield position just right.
Naja, aber er steht doch richtig, weil er hält den Schild zu ihr hin. Es sei denn, man kann diagonal drehen. Aber er muss auf jeden Fall gedreht werden. So, und er muss auf jeden Fall die Medusa anschauen.
This hero is the only one holding a weapon. It seems obvious that he's the one whose job is to cut off her head. So, sword toward the Medusa. The statue is darker on the right-hand side. It must be often placed towards the fire, which would explain the difference in color. In that case, it would be facing the Medusa. Perfect for the coup de grace.
Können wir sie eigentlich auch drehen?
The clue I found said, "Beware hero. The beast always charges the best protected. That is its weakness." That's the key. The best protected hero is the one holding the shield. Thank you, Mother. If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else. Hang on. This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
Ja, warum steht der mit Schild denn nicht richtig so?
The mechanism is worn here. Whenever the shield is not turned toward the sword, the machinery freezes up. The statue must have been in this position most of the time, betrayed by the marks of time. So that makes it easy. The shield must face the sword. If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
sake, Emily! You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
Oh yeah? So tell me what you're doing here.
I...
Yeah, just like me.
Probably, but I asked the question first.
Well then, we'll pretend you haven't asked me yet.
What about a little gallantry, Louis? Come on, I'm listening. What are you doing here?
Mist. Okay, wir haben Etikette. Ladies first.
Since you insist, Duchess, gallantry obliges this. Ladies first.
You just won't give in, will you?
I'm sorry, madam. It isn't in my nature.
Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh yeah, your dreams. At your service, madam.
Die ist schon fast unverschämt angezogen, oder? Tja, ich bin zu dumm für diese Vase.
A golden fleece.
It's freezing. Hurry up.
Do you think that can really be Jason's golden fleece?
No, you are aware that Jason and the Argonauts is a myth, aren't you?
But Mortimer's been protecting this hide. It must be of great value, don't you think?
Certainly of historical value. This kind of hide is still used by gold diggers in Eastern Europe. Now you see how easy it is to obtain a legend.
Why do you have to act so nonchalant every time I show you something?
Louis, anyone can kill a sheep, rip off its hide, and say it's the Golden Fleece.
We're at Lord Mortimer's, not at some farmyard fair. You're just too skeptical.
And you have a tendency to believe anything. Talk about an unlikely pair.
Yet, you know opposites attract, don't you?
War das jetzt ein Flirt? Ich glaube, das war ein Flirt zwischen den beiden.
An unofficial gospel? You'd be more likely to find this kind of book at the Vatican.
Nothing special. The library at Buckingham has 3.
I bet you've read them cover to cover.
Naturally.
Really? I'm curious. Tell me, what part stood out the most to you?
The passage where Mary says to Joseph, "Hey, you, shut up."
In other words, you haven't even opened one.
Oh, Münze. Ein Perrodet, gute Nacht. Nicht schlimm finde ich das auch von ihr auch nicht, aber es ist gewagt.
Hey, Mortimer's the author of this work. It talks about his passion for art.
Warum sollte ich gerne? Oha. Ah, interessant.
Guess what I found?
The Holy Grail.
Older than that.
A piece of Noah's Ark.
Not that old.
This could go on for hours. Just tell me.
Caesar's laurel wreath. Do you know why laurel wreaths are used and not, say, mistletoe or another plant?
The laurel wreath symbolized glory in Roman times.
In your opinion, what kind would suit me best?
A crown of nettles.
Wow. Wow. Zurückweisung. Ziemlich bissig.
Well, looks like a pamphlet on different political regimes, written by Mortimer himself.
You should see this sword, Emily. It's magnificent.
I'm busy. Describe it to me.
Keine Ahnung.
I think this is Excalibur, King Arthur's sword. I've always dreamt of drawing it from the stone.
How sweet you're still clinging to your boyhood dreams. When you finished playing, maybe you can help me search the place?
Das mache ich doch. Meine Güte. Anstrengende Dame.
A fragment of amber.
Here's something interesting.
Aber war der Tisch
A
hinter
manor
ihr?
in Maine, hundreds of acres of land in Catalonia, properties in Shanghai. Incredible. Some of these deeds are over 600 years old, and all signed by the hand of Mortimer.
I wonder if that's what inspired my mother's attention. How come all these documents have Mortimer's signature on them?
Do you think all these properties really belong to him?
Several people have played the part of Mortimer, a part that has been passed down from generation to generation. Different men, but with one sole identity.
An intriguing hypothesis, and yet less twisted than some of my previous cases.
At last, you finally agree with me about something.
These documents are intriguing, but do you really think that's what attracted your mother's attention here?
And how do you know my mother was interested in this room?
I didn't know, I just supposed she was. And you just confirmed it. So, do you think she found what she came for?
I don't know. She was obsessed with Mortimer, and I must confess these property deeds are troubling.
If that's the case, why would she have left them?
Once again, I don't know. We'll have to ask her when we find her. And what's your take? Why keep such a collection hidden in a secret room? Any thoughts?
Mortimer has every reason in the world to conceal it, even if only to keep it from people like us.
Hey, Emily, we're not thieves. We're only looking. I wonder why my mother didn't make it clear what she was interested in here.
She didn't have time to write it down, or maybe she wasn't sure of what she was looking for.
Or she wanted to protect her discoveries. It's disturbing.
You'll just have to search the rest of the room. Maybe you'll find something.
Okay, wir kriegen doch noch die Chance, den Rest anzuschauen.
What is that you found?
A cameo pendant. What's going on?
Nothing.
For crying out loud, Emily, you lunged for that jewel like your life depended on it. Tell me what this is about.
No. We just met, Louis. I like you, but I can't just suddenly open myself up like a book to you.
Listen, Emily. It seems pretty obvious to me that you haven't come here for the sole purpose of sampling Mortimer's cellar.
Stop all the clever evasions and just trust me.
And why the hell should I place my trust in you, Louis?
Ah, sie war doch aber immun gegen Psychologie. Aber überzeugen können wir sie nicht ausreichend. Aber sie ist immun dagegen.
When are you going to understand that I just want to help you?
What do you expect? That I'll fall into your arms and say yes to everything you want?
What are you talking about? I'm
das war
only
ihre
asking
Schwäche,
you to
nicht die
trust me a
Immunität.
little. If only on principle, as a member of the Golden Order, for example.
I'll admit you are fairly reliable.
That's it? I was expecting more.
Well, I'm prepared to trust you when it comes to choosing a French cheese. But I've nothing to gain by confiding in you any further than that.
Nothing to gain? Damn it, Emily! I'm only trying to help you. Stop needing to gain something all the time.
Because you think I need help?
Just like everyone. You have your strengths and your weaknesses. And there's no use pretending otherwise.
Ha! And I bet you found out where I'm weak, haven't you?
Wie soll man denn jetzt schon Stufe 5 können? Kann ich... Oh. Oh. Ich kann auch während der Gespräche hier reinspinksen. Wo ist sie? Da ist sie. Ah, Logik war die Immunität. Schwäche Psychologie. Und Lülü, guten Abend.
You think your scathing wit protects you, but in fact, it makes you blind. No sooner have people introduced themselves than you already see them in a bad light. You play the part of a strong woman, and yes, you are a strong woman, of course, but what I see is a sensitive young lady who lacks self-confidence. Stop adopting a defensive posture, and you'll see just how quickly new doors will open.
There is some truth to what you say. I might have some weaknesses, but I don't need your help to overcome them. And I'm simply not contemplating collaborating with anyone at this time. Do you understand?
Was nehme ich denn? Hey Venrix, guten Abend.
Oh, it's crystal clear. You don't like people telling you what to do, and you do like giving the orders to everyone.
If I were the matron you speak of, I would have found an underling to search this place, and I would be sound asleep in my bed.
Mist.
I already have a work partner. I know my weaknesses. I don't doubt that your abilities will be of use to me, but I already have all that, thanks to my teammate.
Is there any chance you might tell me who he is?
No, I've already said too much. Consider yourself lucky I've even given you this much. It's extremely rare, believe me.
Come on, don't stop now that you've come this far. You know that eventually I'll end up making you talk.
Well, since no one can resist you, let's see if you can guess who my partner is.
You're a gambler, so your partner is...
Dran denken, wie heftig sie auf die Brosche reagiert hat. Das würde zu einer Frau passen. Aber da sie sich im politischen Feld bewegt, wäre ein Mann wesentlich wahrscheinlicher. Vielleicht gehört die Brosche auch nur... Vielleicht, die Brosche zeigt zwar eine Frau, aber vielleicht gehört die einem Mann. Aber das ist eigentlich ein traditionelles Frauenschmuckstück. Aber wenn sie so viel über unsere Mutter weiß, vielleicht arbeitet sie auch mit unserer Mutter zusammen? Eigentlich? Aber dann würde sie uns doch mehr vertrauen. Oh, es ist schwierig.
It's as obvious as it is surprising. You're my mother's hard-hitting partner.
Oh, God, do you really believe the nonsense that comes out of your mouth?
Well, a second ago I did. A little.
Sorry, Louis, your mother is not my partner.
Schade. Ah.
Chances are, you're working with a member of the Order.
The only members of the Order other than ourselves are your mother and Mr. Washington. The former has sadly gone missing. As for the latter, I knew nothing of his arrival. Incidentally, you must have noticed how inefficiently our Order communicates internationally.
Chat, was meint ihr? Ich meine, du solltest die Rätselpunkte auffüllen. Was berauscht? Du hast in einem Kapitel 4 Konsummittel eingenommen oder ein schädliches Mittel konsumiert. Der Dialogtimer wird nicht mehr angezeigt. Okay. Oh.
Your sister. She's your partner. She's the one you're looking for.
Well, I am impressed. How the devil did you guess I had a sister? Virtually no one even knows. When it comes to getting results, you are very good, I grant you that. You deserve to know why the sight of the cameo pendant affected me so strongly. I thought it belonged to Emma, my twin sister.
Oh. Now I get why you said you had a memory for two.
Yes, you can't imagine to what extent, though. As children, everyone got us mixed up. So one day we decided to play along. Since then, we have become one and the same. We have officially erased the identity of my sister Emma. Emily Hillsborough, the woman with two faces.
Clever. But isn't it complicated? How do you make it work?
One of us has no existence in the outside world. We share everything. First for one, then for the other. We dress the same, wear the same makeup, we speak the same. We've learned to act as one. When we accept a mission, we both turn up. This time, though, she went ahead, and I was meant to wait for her on the mainland. She was meant to meet Sir Home and bring back the details so we could work out who would follow up.
And there was a problem?
She was supposed to return from Mortimer's 1 week ago. The boat turned up at Plymouth, but alas, no trace of my sister. Instead, a sailor passed me a message from home, notifying me of her sudden disappearance.
So, my mother and your sister go missing just a few days apart. That's strange. Maybe their disappearances are linked.
It's clearly a possibility, but up to now I haven't found a trace of either of them.
None of this is very reassuring.
By the way, Louis, now that you are in on the secret, you are obliged to keep it to yourself, or you will pay very dearly.
Don't worry. Your secret is safe with me.
It's time to leave.
So, what do you think of our first adventure?
I must admit, it has been fun by your side.
Same here.
Oh, she's been drinking too much again.
Louis, I need to talk to you right now.
Good evening, Elizabeth. Actually, this is not a good time.
I'm begging you, please don't leave me alone.
I'll be waiting for you in your room, but don't be late.
I was sure there was a certain je ne sais quoi between us.
Louis, we need to talk now. Otherwise, it'll be too late.
Looks like Elizabeth really needs me, but if I start talking to her, for sure Emily won't wait for me. What should I do?
Oh, was für eine Entscheidung. Folgen wir Elizabeth und kriegen raus, was bei ihr los ist? Oder folgen wir Emily und lernen uns besser kennen? Ich glaube, beides geht nicht. Ach Gott, es gibt für die Story gibt's eigentlich nur eine richtige Entscheidung. Ich bin für Emily, das könnte helfen. Nee. Das Problem ist, ich glaube, dass wir hier bessere Einblicke bekommen in die Story.
Sorry, Emily, but I can't leave Elizabeth like this. All right, Elizabeth. How can I help?
Thank you. Come on, follow me. I really need to talk to you, Louis, right now.
Does Lord Mortimer know the mess you've made of your room?
Listen to me, damn it! My days are numbered.
Elizabeth, I don't know if it's about my mother again, but I'm telling you, you've nothing to be afraid of. She didn't come here for you.
I saw her.
Saw who? You saw my mother? When?
Just last night. I went out to walk along the cliff top and I saw her in the distance. She tried to hide right away, but I'm sure it was her.
Are you saying you recognized my mother in the middle of the night? While she was Hiding?
Yes, Louis. I know it was her.
You just said she was far away, right? In the middle of the night. And the exterior of the island isn't exactly well lit.
Listen, I'm telling you, it was her.
She doesn't hesitate on her answers. She's not trembling. She's really convinced of what she's seen.
Did you talk to each other?
No, she was far away. I didn't make any noise, and then she was gone.
Have you told anyone you've seen her? Sir Holm? Mortimer?
You don't understand. It's her. She's here.
Yes, I understand.
No, you're not listening. The moment I saw her, I was overcome by spasms. She's here. I'm telling you, it was her. Yes, I need something to calm me down.
No thanks, I'd better not.
Listen, if you want me to tell you everything, you have to drink with me, Louis. What I have to say to you is of the utmost importance.
Oh Gott, wer weiß, was da drin ist. Ah, nur ein Glas.
I'll drink with you, but let's go easy on it, okay? I don't know where she gets her rot gut from, but frankly, it's disgusting.
You know, Louis, when I came here, it was in the hope of getting help. I've only just now realized that I've been drawn here into a trap.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Alcohol's gone to my head.
Oh no, I knew it.
Here, the condemned's last drink.
Elizabeth, alcohol never solves anything. I'm gonna stop now.
Listen up. You want to know what your mother was capable of, right? You want to know the reason why. Well, you're gonna have to follow me to the bottom of the abyss, Louis. Either drink or get out.
Wow. Ich soll mich jetzt mit ihr hier besaufen? Damit ich Sachen erfahre? Finde ich jetzt nicht so nice. Ich traue der nicht.
No, I won't drink.
All right, Louis, then get the hell out of here. You're incapable of opening your eyes, so be it. Get out!
Wow. Ist schon ein bisschen schwierig.
Why the hell did I go with Elizabeth?
Emily ist nicht mehr da.
I could have spent the night with Emily, but no. I had to go play the night with a big heart.
Und wir haben nicht mal was erfahren.
Never mind. Tomorrow's another day.
What the...
Monsieur de Richet, I am arresting you for the murder of Elizabeth Adams.
What the hell's going on?
You are in deep trouble, my young friend.
Was? Was? Aber wir, was? Drummer! Das war Episode 1. Nee, das ist nicht das Ende vom Spiel, das ist das Ende von Episode 1. Das hat 4 oder 5 Episoden, das Spiel. Fünf Episoden, okay. Holy shit. Was für ein Ende von der Episode. Was? Warum ist sie denn jetzt tot? Aber ganz ehrlich, ich glaube, wenn wir uns bei ihr betrunken hätten, wäre genau das Gleiche passiert, weil dann hätten wir uns nicht an die Nacht erinnert. Das Einzige, wie wir das hätten verhindern können, wäre wahrscheinlich, wenn wir mit Emily mitgegangen wären. Oh Mann, hätten wir uns besser auf eine Nacht mit Snoo eingelassen und wären nicht des Mordes verdächtig. Snoo rettet Leben. Damn it. Vielleicht wären wir besser mit Emily mitgegangen, ja. Weil erfahren haben wir so auch nichts. Was ist Snoo? Naja, Snoo ist besser kennenlernen. Du verstehst. Nach Emilys Ich warte in deinem Zimmer auf dich. Die Betonung sagt alles sehr gut. Und jetzt könnten wir... Das haben wir durchgespielt. Jetzt könnten wir mit Kapitel 5 fortfahren. Aber das machen wir nicht mehr heute. Nee. Heute machen wir das nicht mehr. Weil ich morgen arbeiten muss. War spannend. Ja, ich weiß. Ich will auch wissen, wie es weitergeht. Aber das machen wir nicht mehr heute.